I'm Tom Kading, and I'm an attorney in North Dakota. Today I want to talk a little bit about what makes a contract. Over the years, I've seen all sorts of types of contracts. I've worked with very well drafted, very large contracts from sophisticated parties. I've seen scribbled out simple statements that were contracts. And unfortunately, I've also seen attempts to write a contract that weren't actually binding on anyone. This is oftentimes because all the elements of a legal contract were not present. So when it comes to contracts, there are four basic elements needed to make a contract binding. The first two elements, they kind of group together, but there must be an offer and an acceptance. The offer, this is when a party proposes to transact with another. The offer must clearly lay out and identify exactly what is being promised by each of the parties. It is important that the information is clear so to establish there's actually a meeting of the minds, actually an agreement. So acceptance must be communicated back to the party who is making that offer. All the terms must be the same and must be accepted. Accepting some of the terms and crossing out others does not constitute an offer and acceptance. This is an offer and a counteroffer. Silence is not an acceptance. So the best way to establish this is by having your contract in writing. Verbal contracts can be enforceable, but in many cases, this is difficult to enforce. So the next item, consideration, is something that often trips up small business owners and contracts between close parties. For example, a contract is not enforceable if the proposed contract states something to the extent, I promise to give you my ownership in this LLC and I expect nothing back in return. Consideration is exchange of values. Each party in a contract must offer something of value. Value could be a release of liability, a dollar, a service, ownership in something, and so on. And finally, a contract must be among legal parties and of legal matter. Contracts signed with minors may be voidable. A party must have legal capacity, and certain types of contracts must be in writing. Contracts for illegal activity, such as buying drugs, are not enforceable. And there are many other details that might cause you a problem with the contract. These are just the very broad basics. So again, this is Tom Kading, Fargo Business and Patent Law.